Hey everybody, Zach First Night here, back with another Movie Memories Monday. It's been a while since I've done one. Honestly, I was either really busy with work, which I usually am, like today I was busy with work, pretty darn tired. But I wanted to get another one of these done since it's been a while since I had done one of these. It's for one I just unboxed a couple months back, and it's something I do vaguely remember. I do remember a lot, some scenes from it, and obviously the characters. It's going to be for Snoopy's reunion from the Peanuts franchise, released 1991. This is the DVD release of it. I would have to probably hunt down the VHS tape version someday, but pretty much it's just talking about like how Snoopy, for one thing, met Charlie Brown, and also on kind of like a continuation of Snoopy Come Home in some way. It's 30 minutes long. It's not very long, obviously, but it's pretty much just about Snoopy having a family reunion with his I believe his siblings. I'm going to assume his brothers and his sisters. When I first unboxed this, I thought they were his cousins. I honestly thought they were his cousins. I did not know they were brothers and sisters. I somehow got that wrong. Because when I watched it, it was a good special, but the ending was just a little weird. Other than the ending and some minor story plot lines that don't connect between this one and Snoopy Come Home, it's still a good special, and I do recommend it if you haven't seen it. It's really good. It's very short, but I do like the animation, like the characters. Another Charles Schultz classic, in my personal opinion. The ending was just, I think, should have done just a little bit better. But long story short, this is going to be spoilers, so I'm going to give you ahead of time on that to stop if you haven't seen it. Watch it and then come back if you'd like. So this is pretty much about, like I just said, Snoopy and Charlie Brown meet. He gets a letter in the mail from his siblings. Or no. I think it was that. Let me see if I'm right on this. So, oh yeah, so it's like says, now after a year being adopted, Snoopy's um, a bit blue, and Charlie Brown hopes he gets the remedy. A reunion of Snoopy's siblings, Spike, Andy, Olaf, Marbles, Belle, Molly, and Rover, and a return visit to the old saying, "You can't go home again," might ring true much of the time. It's also true that once a family, always a family. Share with your brood. Wait, share with your brood the warmth and wit of wisdom of the first time. A DVD. Okay, it's pretty much talking about the DVD version. Pretty much it's just Charlie Brown feels bad for Snoopy because he hasn't been feeling himself lately, so he sends out an email, like a mail, and sends it to his family members, and invites them to like a family reunion. And the characters just show it. Pretty much just has a little flashback scene of Snoopy kind of remembering how his brother and sisters got adopted by family members, and he was, I think, the last one to be adopted, and he was adopted by this young girl. And they did continue like this from story from Snoopy Come Home, so it is a continuation in some ways, but they kind of changed the storyline a smidge. So he, gets adopted by this girl, and she has him for a while, only about like a few months, I believe, and has to return him back to the farm that he was at initially, due because they don't allow dogs in the apartment that she was moving into. And that's when Charlie Brown comes to find Snoopy later on. And the reason why I say they changed it while kind of keeping the same story is that they kept the same story about the little girl adopting Snoopy, returning the dog, and Snoopy, and Charlie Brown gets Snoopy. But in Snoopy Come Home years before, had the pretty much explained that this pretty much the same beginning is where she adopted, returned Snoopy. But this time it was supposed to be Charlie Brown actually when he was younger, because he explains to Linus in that movie that he got Snoopy when he was very young. But instead, they changed it in this one to where he's actually older. He's already older because he explains in the previous movie that he was crying because some type of kids either hurt him or was bullying him or something like that. Then his mom made him feel better by going to adopt a puppy, and that's when he got Snoopy. And it was a continuation from that in a way, but they altered it in this because he was already older. It wasn't his mom; it was him and Linus who went to go get Snoopy in this special. Though it was a really good special, they did take that continuity and they kind of changed it a bit. So the beginning was correct, but then the other half was not. So it was still a good special, even if they did change it a bit. Really recommend it. The characters did come back. The thing I didn't like was at the end where the farm is actually torn down and has like a parking lot there now, which I get the story behind it. It was just kind of a boring ending, if that makes sense, because the dogs, the siblings, and Snoopy, they all played a song where the old home was at. Because if Charlie Brown finds a sign hidden under debris, and I do think it was an alright ending. I just was expecting a better reunion, like where they even show Snoopy's and the siblings' mom, because they do show her in this movie. It is a good special. I do like the other characters. I think this is a very good little special. I definitely think it's good for how short it is. Obviously, most of them are very short, but definitely recommend it. Go probably watch it again sometime soon. Right now, no, because that's pretty darn late. I'm ready for bed. But I definitely like this movie. I do think it is worth watching. Eventually, maybe they'll do like a Blu-ray release. I would hope for that. I'm gonna get if they get a Blu-ray version, I'll grab that in the VHS version for sure. Now this, what was it? Yeah, this DVD came out technically 2009, but I just got it this year. So many years later. Yeah, not much else to say. Pretty good special. I would say out of 10, I would give it a solid 8. I really liked it. 8.5, I'd say, but the continuity was probably the biggest downfall in the ending. But other than that, I can't give it too much bad comments on it, just for the sake that I do like the special. The characters were still the characters, still nice overall. I can't really think of anything else I could say. Oh yeah, there is another special on here called The Flash. It's The Flash Beagle Charlie Brown. Oh wait, so that's to me honestly not a good special. I did not like it, like almost at all. It's not that the characters weren't the characters too much. It's just that a lot of the voice acting was not matching of the characters. It was a musical. I don't mind the Peanuts gang having songs in it. It's just it was weird. I didn't like it. They had like a weird set of songs. Some of them were catchy. Some of them were kind of dumb. I didn't like it. Maybe I'll give it a chance again someday, but I just didn't like it when I first seen it. But Snoopy's Reunion, that's a lot better. That is how you make a good special. Worth seeing if you haven't seen it. Tell me comments below what you guys and girls think about this video. What do you think of Snoopy's Reunion? It's definitely worth watching in my opinion. See you next time, and God bless.